Yo, what's up guys? It's Jeff and we have some great news today. Apple is releasing iOS 14.0.1 and this is absolutely an update that you should definitely install if you've already upgraded to iOS 14. Also, for those who haven't installed because they are waiting for bugs to be sniffed out, this might be the perfect update for you to get started with when you upgrade to iOS 14. So let's go ahead and take a look at iOS 14.0.1. Now, before we get started, I encourage you to check out our channel sponsor, ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN helps you protect your internet browsing experience and all of your personal information by using a VPN service. So check out the link down below to get 3 months free of their service, and every 25th user that signs up through our link will be gifted a $300 Apple gift card. Okay, so let's run through the changes here quickly because there are quite a bit of bug fixes going on in iOS 14.0.1. First up is the default app settings now do not reset after a restart of your device. In iOS 14, you can now change default apps like the Mail app to Gmail. You can switch your default browser to Google Chrome. But in iOS 14, as the official release, those settings would always reset after a system shutdown. Now, in this update, they will no longer do that, and your settings should be saved through a shutdown, so that issue is now fixed in iOS 14.0.1. Now, next up is an issue that I personally dealt with on my iPhone SE, and that was the Wi-Fi bug issue where my device just wouldn't connect to Wi-Fi. Luckily, just restarting the phone fixed this issue, but as you may know, that can be a pain. But now in this update, that is all fixed, so Wi-Fi should be working normally. Next up is a bug that was affecting the news widget. A lot of times there would be this black picture on the news widget even though there was text, and that was just a simple bug that needed to be fixed so you can now see the picture as it was displayed on the article that was on that widget. So that is all fixed now in iOS 14.0.1, and any widget issues that I've noticed in the past, just simple bugs of things not refreshing and all that, those have all been fixed as well. Now, another issue I noticed was resolved was widget stacks. A lot of times my stacks would randomly reorganize themselves after activating the jiggle mode, and a lot of times that really screwed up my flow. Now, in this new update, I've actually tried recreating that issue, and so far it looks really good. So it looks like that issue that might have affected others is now fixed, and those stacks shouldn't be reorganizing themselves. Now, another issue that was fixed in this specific update is that the camera app no longer lags with apps like Instagram and Snapchat. For both of those applications, I noticed that my phone would just hang up when I needed those apps to access the camera feature. And now in this new update from Apple, that issue is magically fixed. So it looks like Instagram and Snapchat will work properly. Now, those were just the kind of bug fixes that Apple placed on their update page. But what I noticed is that a lot of the simple UI bugs that were kind of plaguing iOS 14 as a whole, and a lot of the bugs that we might have found in, let's say, the Control Center, Notification Center, all of that, those should now be gone. I also noticed that a lot of people were kind of complaining about random resets or basically app crashes. I don't notice any of those in iOS 14 as the official release, but you should be getting fixes for those in iOS 14.0.1. Of course, if you guys still kind of see those in the iOS 14.0.1 update, definitely let other people know. So guys, those were all of the bug fixes that we saw in iOS 14.0.1. And of course, if you have any more fixes that you noticed, or if you want to highlight some issues that you've been having, please leave those in the comment section down below. Now, as far as any other aspects of this specific update being relevant, like speed, performance, battery life, and new features, I didn't really find any changes there. We definitely found new features in iOS 14.1 Beta 1, so if you want to check those out, you can see our video from last week on that release, but iOS 14.0.1 was really just a simple bug fix update to solve a lot of the user-generated bug reports that Apple was receiving. Now, with that said, I would highly recommend that everyone that has installed iOS 14 immediately install this update because I really think that it will improve your overall user experience on this new OS. For users that are still on iOS 13 and were being a little bit cautious about iOS 14 in general, I'd say that this is the perfect update for you guys to start on. So I would fully recommend that you all update to this latest version and test out what's new in iOS 14. It's actually a really solid update. So guys, that was iOS 14.0.1. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comment section down below. If you want to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest, definitely hit that like button, get subscribed, and also hit that notification bell button to stay up to date with our latest content. If you want to follow me on Twitter, my handle is @JeffUpdated. And one other thing to check out is the new Updated podcast, where there's a new episode every single Friday. So stay tuned for those. So guys, I hope to see you on the socials sometime soon or in some upcoming content. But until then, I hope you all have an awesome day and are enjoying iOS 14.